Hello. My name is Max. I am a little boy, and I love to paint. I want to tell you a story about a special day. On this day, I went to the park. I took my paper and my colors. I wanted to paint a picture of the park. It was a sunny day. The sky was blue, and the sun was bright. I felt happy. The park was very big. There were many trees, flowers, and birds. I sat on a bench. I looked at the park. I saw the trees, the flowers, and the birds flying in the sky. I took my paper and my pencil. I started to draw. First, I drew a tree. The tree was tall, and the leaves were green. I made the tree big because I like big trees. I looked around and saw more trees. Some trees were small, and some trees were very tall. But all the trees were green and beautiful. After I finished the tree, I drew the flowers. The flowers were next to the tree. There were many flowers in the park. Some flowers were red, some were yellow, and some were blue. I liked the red flowers the most, so I made many red flowers in my picture. As I drew the flowers, I saw a butterfly. It was flying near the flowers. The butterfly was small and yellow. It looked very pretty. I decided to draw the butterfly too. I drew the wings first. They were big and round. Then, I drew the small body of the butterfly. When I finished the butterfly, I heard a sound. It was a bird singing. The sound was nice and soft. I looked up and saw the bird. It was sitting on a tree branch. The bird was small and blue. I liked the bird, so I decided to draw it too. I drew the bird on the tree. I made it small because the bird was small. Then, I looked at the sky. The sky was very blue. I saw some clouds. They were white and soft. I thought, I will draw the clouds too. So, I took my pencil and started to draw the clouds. I made the clouds round and soft, just like the real clouds in the sky. I was very happy with my picture. But something was missing. I looked around again. Then, I saw the grass. The grass was green and covered the ground. I forgot to draw the grass. So, I took my green color and started to draw the grass. I made the grass long and green. Now, my picture was almost finished. I looked at my drawing. I had the tree, the flowers, the butterfly, the bird, the clouds, and the grass. But I wanted to add more things. So, I looked around one more time. I saw a small bench. It was the bench I was sitting on. I thought, I will draw the bench too. I drew the bench near the tree. As I was drawing, I heard people walking in the park. There were families, friends, and children playing. I saw a boy with a ball. He was running and laughing. I thought it was fun, so I decided to draw him too. I drew the boy with a big smile and a ball in his hand. After that, I looked at my drawing again. It looked very nice. I felt proud. I looked at the real park and then looked at my picture. They looked the same. I smiled and thought, I love painting. I want to paint every day. But then, something special happened. A bird flew near me. It was a different bird from the one I drew. This bird was red, and it had big wings. The bird looked at me and my drawing. I smiled at the bird. "Hello, bird," I said. The bird made a soft sound and flew away. I watched the bird fly into the sky. It was beautiful. I wanted to draw the red bird too, so I added it to my picture. Now, I had two birds in my drawing. After a while, I felt a soft wind. The wind moved the leaves on the trees, and the flowers moved too. It was very peaceful. I liked the wind. I thought, how can I draw the wind? The wind is invisible, but I wanted to show it in my picture. I had an idea. I could draw the leaves moving. So, I drew some leaves falling from the tree. I drew the flowers bending to show the wind was blowing. Then, I heard something else. It was the sound of water. I looked and saw a small fountain in the park. The water was coming out, and it made a soft sound. I liked the sound of the water. It was calm and quiet. I decided to draw the fountain in my picture too. I drew the water falling and making small circles on the ground. My picture was getting bigger and bigger. But I still wanted to add more. I looked around one last time. I saw the sun in the sky. It was bright and yellow. I had to draw the sun. So, I took my yellow color and made a big circle in the sky. I added some sun rays too. Now, my picture looked warm and bright, just like the real park. I was almost done, but then I remembered something important. I needed to sign my picture. So, I took my pencil and wrote my name, Max, at the bottom of the paper. Now, my picture was complete. I looked at it one more time and smiled. I was very happy with my drawing. It had everything I saw in the park: the tree, the flowers, the birds, the butterfly, the clouds, the grass, the bench, the boy with the ball, the red bird, the wind, the fountain, and the sun. I felt proud of my work. I spent a long time looking at my picture. I thought about all the things I saw in the park today. The trees, the flowers, the birds, and the sky. I felt very happy. I learned something important that day. I learned that when I paint, I see more. I look carefully at everything. I see the colors, the shapes, and the movement. Painting helps me to see the beauty in nature. When I paint, I feel calm and happy. I like to sit quietly and watch the world. I like to see the birds, the trees, the flowers, and the sky. I like to feel the wind and hear the sound of the water. I love nature, and I love painting. Now, I want to tell you something. Maybe you can paint too. Maybe you can go to the park, or the garden, or even sit by a window. You can look outside and see the trees, the birds, and the flowers. You can take some paper and colors and start to draw. You do not need to be perfect. You just need to look and see. When you paint, you will start to see more. You will notice the small things, like the butterfly flying or the wind moving the leaves. Painting is fun, and it helps you see the beauty in the world. So, next time you are outside, try it. Look around, take your paper and colors, and paint what you see. You will feel happy, just like me. That was my special day in the park. I hope you liked my story. I hope you will go outside and paint too. Remember, you can paint anything. You just need to look carefully and use your imagination. Thank you for listening to my story. Happy painting!